All right. So now that we've gone over a case study to see how home equity investments or home shares work, let's take a minute to go over a few things to be aware of. Again, home shares are not for everybody. There are certain types of homeowners that probably aren't going to qualify. Maybe it's not even for their credit score. Usually we see folks being declined if there is a main reason, simply by not having enough equity in the home. That tends to be new home buyers, especially if they recently bought the home, first time home buyers on FHA loans, probably not going to have 30% equity in their property. So that's kind of the most significant, I would say, qualification criteria is making sure that the homeowner has 30% equity in their property. A home share is not ownership. So the capital provider, NADA, does not go on the deed. They are literally not taking ownership of the property. So that can be an important point to make to homeowners that are considering this as an option for going solar or making their home improvements, is that they are not literally giving up ownership of their property. They're entering into an options agreement for a certain fraction of their equity for when the home sells. So there is an origination fee, like many other property secured type of transactions, like a mortgage, like a home equity line of credit. The difference is this is a much faster process, compared to those other property secured type of transactions. But it is similar in the sense that there is a small origination fee. So that's going to be 3%. Additive on top of whatever your contract price is. There's also some closing costs affiliated with this. That amount will depend, on the situation, the home itself, the market. The average that we see is around $2,000 to $2,500 per project. So it's fair to tell a homeowner that whatever your contract price is, they should expect the total value of their home share to be about 3% more than that, plus closing costs, which tend to be around $2,000. And this will be disclosed to the homeowner by NADA directly during the qualification process. It's important to note, however, that the homeowner is not required to come out of pocket to pay that origination fee and or the closing costs. Those additional fees simply get rolled into the total value of their home share, and that's what NADA is going to use to make the calculations about what fraction of their equity the agreement is for. The homeowner can choose to buy back equity, making lump sum payments. An example of that is the federal tax credit. So again, a homeowner that's interested in reducing the fraction of their equity that the agreement is for, they might opt to, save up and take the savings that they didn't pay the IRS because they went solar and make a bulk payment, equaling about, 30%. That is an option for them. This is a second position lien if the homeowner has a mortgage that is placed on the home by the capital provider. And it's important to note that unlike a mechanic's lien, unlike, and maybe a home equity line of credit where there's a required monthly payment, there are no payments on this. So there has to be some way for NADA to earmark the fact that this agreement exists. And they do that by taking second position to the mortgage holder. So when the home does sell, there's a reminder that this agreement is in place. And before the homeowner gets paid out on their share, NADA gets whatever their share of the equity is. NADA does want to protect their investment. So in the event that a homeowner has HOA fees that are outstanding, property taxes maybe that have gone unpaid, other mechanics liens that are on the property, all of those things can be rolled in to the home share agreement. Let's just say we have a contract for a $20,000 metal roof, and the homeowner has some outstanding property taxes that they owe, maybe some HOA fees. And let's just say that totals $5,000. NADA can help the homeowner, or with the permission of the homeowner, simply roll those outstanding taxes and fees into their home share, and then their home share would be worth approximately $25,000. The homeowner does have the ability to request additional funds above and beyond your contracted scope of work, and have those additional funds sent directly to them. An example of this might be a homeowner that has some credit card debt and maybe wants to pay that debt off using equity that they extract from their home. Doesn't have to be credit card debt. Could be investment in some type of equipment for their business, or whatever is outside of your contracted scope of work as an EOS certified contractor. So that is a unique feature of these home shares, is the homeowner's ability to extract additional equity out of their home so that they can have cash sent directly to them. Lastly, there is a home inspection as part of the process. As you're probably realizing, this is an investment not only for the homeowner, but also for the capital provider in NADA. They want to make sure that the home is in good condition before they close or have the homeowner close on their home share. This is primarily to find deferred maintenance issues. So big glaring issues with the home, foundation repair, a new roof being some of the most common items. If we do see requirements for closing, it's typically one of those two things. And this is a potential upsell opportunity, for those of you that have the ability to subcontract, these type of services, or maybe even perform these services yourself. We, EOS, will give you, our certified contractor, the first right of refusal if it is determined that an additional scope of work is needed to fix up the home for the homeowner to be eligible to close.